Okay. A lot of just storage here. Hi.
For Amari, she's downstairs.
Hi.
Hey, Irma.
Whatever you and Nick are up to, I don't need to know. Just don't let the big metal softy hurt himself, all right?
I will do my absolute best. There's an upstairs. Okay. Breaking in. Doo doo.
That's it.
Doo doo doo. Interesting. Kent. All his memories are from that Silver Shroud radio show he's always going on about. That reminds me, I keep telling him to keep all of his posters and toys inside his room. They always seem to spill out into the main floor. Poor Kent. People may gossip about the den taking advantage of him. But the truth is, he's our biggest charity case. If I lived to be over 200, I know I'd be tired of the real world too. What's the harm in letting him dream a little longer than the next fella? Amari put in some safety setting into his memory lounger so he doesn't starve himself to death. Jesus. As far as I'm concerned, if he wants to live out the rest of his days plugged in and occasionally waking up to eat and stare at his poster collection, that's his choice. Okay. Mirrors Hancock's memories are, well, let's just say, if you thought he was handsome and dangerous now, you should have seen him before he turned ghoul, and I thought I knew how to have a good time. Fred Allen at the Hotel Rexford keeps coming in. High as the day is long, one day he comes in on jet and asks for a memory of him being on Buffo. He says it's for an experiment. Oh, yeah, he did actually write about that. I can't remember what he wrote. Getting stoned on jet and then playing a memory of yourself being stoned on Buffo while you're still stoned on jet. Well, you have to admire his commitment. Claire, I don't know if I know a Claire. Claire's memories are quite vivid. Mari says she must have one of those brains with great attention to detail. Maybe that's why she's so meticulous. Oh, and she sure had a cute husband when she was younger. I can see why she misses him. I love the irony of a staunch opponent of the den coming in to sample the goods. Temptation gets us all in the end. Reminder to myself, Daisy may not look it now, but there's a reason she's lived to be such a ripe old age. Best that no one knows she ever came here. I don't need a reason for the hellion side of her coming back, looking for a payback.
Find anything useful, or are you just wasting our time again? You got it.
I don't know if I found anything useful, but I found some stuff.
Dr. Amari?
Yes? I take it this isn't a social...
Can I have these? It's very kind of you.
Nice.
Oops, took your cigars by accident. Oops-a-daisy. Sorry. Next, you explain.
We need a memory dig, Amari, but it's not going to be easy. The perp, Kellogg, is already cold on the floor.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse.
Yeah.
You don't realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Please. Nick told
That
me
can't be
only
true.
you can make this work.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees.
That's
Do
fine.
you
I'll take it.
have it with you?
I do. It's in my pocket. Here you go.
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Yeah, you're welcome.
Circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
So the brain's still good?
Still good, right?
Possibly. There's no sign of decay, so the tech is probably preserving the tissue, injecting some kind of compound to keep it stable. But there's no way to access
Okay.
the memories inside without a compatible port.
You're talking about me, right? I'm an old synth. If the Institute built me out of similar parts, we might have an in.
There could be long-term side effects. I don't know where to even begin with listing the risks.
Don't bother. I don't need to hear them. Plug me in, Doc.
Thank you, Nick.
Appreciate this, Nick.
You can thank me when we've found your son. All right, let's do this.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine, just sit down.
If I start
Okay.
cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any
Keep talking.
slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of.
Hmm.
The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Is Nick okay?
Okay?
Yes, the connections appear to be stable. Hopefully, it'll be as simple as unplugging the implant once we're done. But that doesn't get around the current problem.
Okay.
Memory encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
Okay.
All right. Let's get started.
Just sit down over there and keep your fingers crossed.
You got it.
Other side.
See you soon, pal. Alright. McCready. Keep an eye on us.
Initiating brain
You been shot, McCready?
transplant on the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location.
You got it.
There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
Okay, I'm coming.
Dad was either drunk or not around.
Remember, you are
I guess he must have run
experiencing
with one of the
these memories
Raider
as Kellogg.
gangs, but
This may prove
I never really knew what he
disorienting at
did.
first.
don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
This doesn't
You
seem
got
to
it.
be what we're looking for.
No, not relevant.
There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second.
I agree.
Let's keep looking.
Fuck you, man.
I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
Looks like he got his family killed, so he went and stole mine.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right? And you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
Teabag.
That's the way you want to do it. So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
On it.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
So, you're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you.
And is that 2 times I've dealt...
And what's that?
I fought straight up since as well.
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate. Impressive.
That's all it takes?
Something to talk about after all.
I've killed more than 3.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis.
Oh no.
Suspended.
Hold on, I might actually be able to do something.
I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but, I never like to. And yeah, I guess it did remind me of, her. Yeah, I'm a cold-hearted bastard for sure, but, still human. Better this way, though. Better than taking her kid and leaving her alive.
Still working. That's good. Checking.
Just...
Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller.
How'd that work out for you, dumbass?
At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If he could take me out, they won't be able to hide from him for long.
Thinks a lot of himself, huh?
Just find him.
Pod C6, down the hall near the end.
The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me.
Uh-huh.
But they needed me. And I made sure they knew it.
Can't see a face.
This is the one. Here.
Open it.
Hey guys.
Is it over? Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's gonna be fine.
Come here. Come here. Wait. No. I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only gonna tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean!
Get the kid out of here. Let's go. Please, Mr. Back up.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready.
Is this the right way? No.
Manual override initiated.
Fucking institute.
Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
Is it?
My idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were.
The old man.
Kid, like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
Yeah.
Kellogg. It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians.
Travis is talking about Piper.
So what's the big crisis this time? The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side.
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture in return, or just elimination?
Virgil.
He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding.
Just right in front of him, huh?
One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
You fucking liar, son of a bitch.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
X688.
I hope I see you again soon.
Sean.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
Yeah, I'm coming. God. Virgil.
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before.
Where's Nick?
Amari.
Let's start over. How are you feeling?
Where's Nick? I'm fine.
I'm okay, Doctor. Thank you.
That's good. But I want you to keep monitoring yourself. We have to be sure there's no long-term damage. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
Are you?
You were along for the ride, weren't you? You saw what I saw.
Yes, but it's important we review everything together.
Okay.
In case either of us missed anything.
Sure. Virgil.
There's more than one person who knows about the Institute. Virgil, that scientist who escaped.
I didn't know Institute scientists could defect. This changes everything. He could answer all sorts of questions.
Yeah, he could.
Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea?
I didn't hear that part.
Can't be right. No one would risk going there, not even to hide.
Why?
Why? What makes the glowing sea so dangerous?
The name says it all. Radiation.
Oh.
So much that nothing there could possibly live. Nothing pleasant. Navigating radioactive hazards is nothing new. But the glowing sea can kill a man in seconds.
Right.
That's why it doesn't make sense. Virgil fleeing into that hell. The exposure alone.
Logical.
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation in the glowing sea.
I mean, the Institute could walk in, though, right?
And be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive,
But you couldn't bring in any mercs. You'd have to just take,
if you're going to
like, coursers. Okay, how do I deal with radiation?
There are chemical compounds. Rad-X, Radaway. You'd need as much as you could carry.
No problem.
Maybe more. A sealed environment suit would be great, if you could find one. Or maybe one of those suits of power armor.
I've got
That would be perfect.
most of that.
I'll find a way to get through the rads. Don't worry.
Good luck. And be safe.
Don't know if I've got a straight-up radiation
Contact
suit.
Mr. Valentine first. Remove the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Thank you. I don't know how we deal with the glowing sea 100%. Alright.
Memory Den's not accepting new clients right now, sweetheart.
Fair.
Nick.
Hi.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. That was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
Kellogg? Is that you?
What? What are you talking about?
You sounded like
Kellogg just then.
Did I?
Yeah.
Mari said there might be some mnemonic impressions left over. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going.
Okay.
Or I could head back to Diamond
Do you
City
ever not feel fine?
already.
Right. I'm gonna keep McCready.
Good luck out there. You know where to find me.
Hey, Valentine.
Time to hit the road?
Yeah, I need to send you to Sanctuary.
Forgot to pick up that motor oil for you, Valentine.
Cute, McReady. You come up with that all on your own?
Okay.
Hey.
There you are.
Hi.
Almost thought you forgot about me.
Let's get moving.
To hit the road.
About time. I was getting bored.
So, this is the sort you're taking up with now?
Yeah, and who could blame him?
Head to Sanctuary, pal.
So, Crocker went amateur butcher on poor Earl.
He did.
Moments like this, I'm glad I'm not made of meat.
Nick.
Time to hit the road?
Hang on.
Just looking to trade a little.
Yeah, sure thing.
Can you run some stuff home? Oh, you're already stuffed. Okay. Take that and that. All right, enjoy. Okay. So, power armor's fine, but I would then also need to take... What's wrong?
Something wrong?
Well, I sort of had the same question. It's just, with everything that's happened with you and your family, it's a whole hell of a lot to process. I wanted to make sure you're holding up all right.
I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Huh. You're a tougher nut than I thought. Tougher than I was. Took me a long damn time to get a feel for this place.
Yeah?
Thank goodness I found Diamond City. It's got its flaws, sure, but it beats the hell out of anywhere else in the Commonwealth. Of course, when I took up there back when, people were just as scared of the Institute as they are now. Maybe more. The massacre of the CPG was still pretty fresh in people's minds at that point.
The CPG?
Folks were still losing sleep over the broken mask. Plenty of people assumed I was just a saboteur, moving in to melt down the reactor or poison the drinking water.
Right.
But at the time, they couldn't exactly turn me away.
What's CPG?
Massacre of the CPG? What's that?
The Commonwealth Provisional Government. Years back, a group of settlements tried to get together and form a coalition.
Oh.
Every settlement with even a hint of clout sent representatives to try and hash out an agreement. Only the Institute sent a representative of their own. A synth. The man killed every rep at the talks. The Commonwealth Provisional Government was over before it even got off the ground.
I see.
Took up in town not long after. I was damn lucky they didn't just tell me to scram right then and there.
Or shoot you.
Broken mask?
This was long before I'd moved to town, but apparently some gentleman type shows up in Diamond City, heads down to Power Noodles. Guess he didn't like the food because he pulled his pistol and opened fire on the folks enjoying theirs. When security finally put enough holes in him to drop him, they say he was full of servos and sprockets, just like yours truly. Seems he malfunctioned, went berserk. It was the first time people realized that synths had stopped looking like me and started looking like them.
That would be
Considering
scary.
what these folks went through, I felt real lucky they let me in the front gate at all.
Why would you want to live among bigots like that?
Now, I couldn't really blame them, given the circumstances. But folks sure started turning the other cheek when I showed up with the mayor's daughter. Gal of about 15. Pride and joy of the mayor back then. Man by the name of Henry Roberts. The young Miss Roberts decided she'd run off with some caravan hand she'd known for an evening.
Sure.
Turns out the guy was part of a gang of kidnappers.
Ooh.
I didn't even know who I was rescuing. Just stumbled on a crying girl and 4 toughs. I took her home and the mayor dubbed me a hero. Offered me a place in town. Lots of folks protested and said I was a spy, but he wouldn't have it. Taking up in the city was tricky at first, but I never tried to hide what I was, and people seemed to warm to that.
I can imagine that.
Was it hard settling in?
Yeah, they sure didn't make it easy.
Hmm.
We started off doing the jobs no one else wanted. We got more banged up being Diamond City's handyman than I ever did living out in the ruins. But I guess folks never forgot I rescued the mayor's daughter, so they started coming to me when people went missing. Wife runs off with a new paramour and takes the rent money with her. Talk to the synth. An upset father decides moving him and the kids to Good Neighbor in the dead of night's not the worst damn idea since the bomb.
Jesus.
Get Nick. After a while, the jobs got so backed up, they didn't even ask me to do the handyman stuff anymore. Hell, I was so happy to do it, it was months before I started charging anyone. I never stopped being Nick the Synth, but it was Nick the Detective folks came to see. It was about then that things finally started feeling normal. It took me a long time to realize that home is where you make it. And with some time and effort, this place can be home for you, too. That's a long story, but I hope it helps. Want to get moving?
Yeah, I appreciate it, pal.